Hey everybody, welcome back to another Jackson Jet Setting cruise ship tour. Today we're checking out the Carnival Radiance, which I sailed down to Catalina Island and Ensenada, Mexico on a 4-night cruise. So let's check out the entire ship from the top deck all the way down to deck 1. So right now we're starting on deck 12, which is not quite the highest part of the ship, but we're going to start here because it's the most convenient. It's the aft part of the ship and it's where the mini golf is. It has a great look of the pool deck as well. But you have a nice 9-hole mini golf course here. Lots of fun holes. I felt like it was in really good shape. And it's right next to that iconic Carnival funnel there that you see on every single Carnival ship. So a lot of fun up here. It gets really windy on sea days and in windy ports. But a lot of fun for the whole family over here playing some mini golf. The Carnival Radiance actually premiered as the Carnival Victory in 2000. But it underwent a $200 million renovation in 2021 and re-premiered as the Carnival Radiance, and now it's sailing exclusively out of Long Beach on these 3-night and 4-night sailings to Ensenada and to Catalina. The Carnival Radiance also has a total passenger capacity of 3,400 guests. On my sailing there were just above 1,000, so plenty of room to spread out. So now we're going to head down to deck 11. Deck 11 is another split deck, so we're going to stay in the aft part of the ship. This part of deck 11 is used mostly as a walking or jogging track. Not a large jogging track by any means, but it is available and it's out of the way of the pool deck, so hopefully you don't have too many people in the way here. Now, saying that, there is a bunch of sport activities towards the back here on deck 11 that we'll show you. All of this was added during the renovation, making the ship a lot more fun, a lot more things to do for passengers. I really did feel like the Carnival Radiance packed a lot into a ship that isn't really all that big. So you have some giant chests over there, you have some great views, of course, of Catalina Island over to the right, since we were in port that day, and then this massive ropes course above us, which is also above the full basketball court. Always in use there, of course, plenty of places to sit with shade. The ropes course was not gigantic, but it did have sort of 2 loops, so a good waste of 20 or 30 minutes during your cruise. There's also some outdoor pool tables, which are really cool, as well as some foosball. There's also a nice little outdoor exercise area if you're into that. Not a ton of equipment here by any means, but if you want to get outdoors and do some pull-ups, you can. Now we're going to head down to deck 10, which serves as the main pool deck on the Carnival Radiance. One thing I really liked about this ship was that there was plenty of deck chairs available, spread out all across the deck. There's also some sort of stadium seating around the pool, which I thought was pretty cool. Plenty of views of what's going on at the pool. There's a lot of pool activities during a cruise, as well as views of the ocean around you. Music on this part of the deck switches over to country music because this is one of the included restaurants on board. This is the Pig and Anchor. It's a Guy Fieri barbecue restaurant. It's really only open embarkation day and RC day, so if that's something that's important to you, definitely check that out on those days. Lots of options here like brisket, pulled pork, and then of course Carnival's own brewed beers, which were actually pretty good. You have some nice views of the pool on the lower deck there. And then inside, we'll check out the Cucina del Capitano, which is the ship's Italian restaurant. It's an extra charge at dinner. I believe it was about $16 a person. But then at lunch, they have a pasta bar that is complimentary. So definitely worth checking out there if you like good pasta and good Italian food. So as we make our way to the forward part of deck 10 over here, you'll see deck 10 and 9 kind of blend together because of the stadium seating of the deck chairs. And we're going to make our way a little bit higher, back up to 11, 12, and then all the way up to actually 14, where there's some adults only areas as well as some water park activities. So you'll see here the two water slides, one being the Twister water slide. This fully enclosed slide is pretty intense, some really tight turns there. So if you're looking for a thrill, these actually really do deliver. And then there's also a nice little splash pad area with one of those water dump buckets that are super popular with younger kids. So a lot of fun here and really no line on my cruise. So if you're someone who loves water slides, these are it. So now we're gonna make our way up the stairs and check out more of the ship. So the Aqua Tunnel and Twister water slides load at the very top of deck 14. There's no deck 13 for obvious reasons on the Carnival Radiance. And then to the left is actually the fully adults only area, which is called Serenity. So now that we've toured Serenity, we're going to head back down to deck 12, and this is where some more of Serenity is, as well as Camp Ocean, Club Oxygen, and Circle C, which are the 3 kids clubs on board. Small little kids rooms compared to other ships I've seen. They were busy during my time, so I couldn't really peek in there, but those are available if you have young kids on board. And they're conveniently located next to the adults only area, which I kind of find pretty funny since all the kids' activities are kind of stacked on top of the adults only area. Now we're going to head down the deck and check out the Cloud 9 Spa. Now, I wasn't expecting much from the spa given that it's a slightly smaller ship, but I felt like the spa was pretty fantastic for what it was. This is also where you'll find the fitness center, which is of course free to use. if you don't have a spa service, but the Cloud9 Spa had, of course, treatment rooms, all your facials, all of your mani-pedi areas. That all is available to you as a guest. And then there's some nice steam rooms and saunas as well that you can pay to access. So that's about it for deck 11. Now we're going to skip ahead to deck 9, which is the main pool deck, and check all that out. I definitely love the atrium on board. Spans pretty much every deck, has a nice skylight, some good natural light going all the way through the middle of the ship. Lots of activities happening there too, and we'll get down to that part of the ship in a bit. No real dedicated space for art on board the ship, so it just kind of exists on walls all over the ship, but the Park West people are, of course, always there. And a good tip is if you want some free champagne, you can attend one of their art auctions. No obligation to buy any of their art. Here's the main pool. You have the nice screen there that they show movies and sports on throughout the day. And then you have the Red Frog Bar, pool bar over there to the left. They have specials throughout the day. They have cool beer towers, lots of fun there. And then we're going to make our way to Guy's Burger Bar, which was honestly one of the most fantastic burgers I've had at sea, and a big surprise for me. We're going to keep making our way back to the marketplace, the Lido Marketplace, which is the ship's main buffet. It's open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then over to the right is the Seafood Shack. So this is an extra charge high-end seafood. So it's just a nice little counter. You can get crab and lobster, fancy shrimp. That's always available to you. It's market priced. And then they have some items like lobster rolls that are a set price throughout the day. And then coming out of the Lido Marketplace is going to be the Blue Iguana Cantina. And so this is where you'll find breakfast tacos in the morning and then tacos and burritos during the day. They have a tortilla press, which is really awesome, and then a fun salsa bar with a ton of different salsas. So really impressed with all of the sort of pool deck food here on board the Carnival Radiance. I thought it was all very high quality. And if you move a little further back on the pool deck, you'll find Shaq's Big Chicken, as well as the pizza place on board, and another bar, and a small little pool. So definitely check that out. So now we're going to skip down to deck 5. This is the next area with public space on board. That's the Liquid Lounge. That's the main theater on board. It's a 2-level facility. It's not gigantic by any means, but a lot of the main production shows are there, and it was all really pretty high quality stuff too. There's also a bunch of shopping on this level as you lead into the Radiance Casino. You have a nice view of the atrium bar down there where they play trivia during the day, as well as have a lot of acoustic sets. Tons of music happening around the ship, which is really fun. Then here's the Heroes Bar. So this is dedicated to veterans. It's connected to the casino, and it's a bar. Here's the Radiance Casino, pretty large space on board, lots of table games, craps, blackjack, poker, as well as a ton of slot machines. This part of the ship, there are a ton of dead ends. That was a little frustrating to try and film, but I'll do the best here. Here's the casino's bar, and we're going to make our way back to the Red Frog pub, as well as the sushi restaurant on board. The sushi is Bonsai, I believe, is the name of the restaurant, and that was an extra charge. It's per piece. It's not like a set price and you get all you can eat sushi. But pretty reasonably priced. You know, a piece of nice nigiri, $2, so nothing really insanely priced there, and very high quality. And then over to the right here is going to be the Red Frog Pub. So this is an awesome space on board. It's where a lot of karaoke happens, trivia sometimes during the day. Then after this, we're going to come to my very favorite space on board, which is the Alchemy Bar. This is the high-end cocktail lounge. I do not recommend missing this. That's over to the left. Over the right here is the Piano Bar 88. So cool piano player at night, sort of like a dueling piano, but just with one. So the Alchemy Bar over to the left, you have smoked cocktails, you have fancy old fashions, get to talking with the bartenders. They're awesome and very well trained. Love that space. So now we're going to move down a deck and check out some more areas of the ship. So the Sunset Restaurant is one of the dining rooms on board. Sunset is for my time dining. The Limelight Lounge serves as the Punchliners Comedy Club. Tons of comedy on the ship, even for a 4-night cruise. So definitely check that out if you're a comedy fan. Coming up is the Sunrise Restaurant. This is the 2-story main dining room on board. If you have an assigned dinner time, this is where you would be. It's also where Fahrenheit 555 is, and that's the high-end steakhouse. That's an extra charge. So definitely, if you're into steaks, this is going to be where you're going to want to pay about $39 a person for a full, very fancy meal on board the ship. We're back at the main atrium, this time on a different level. This level features a number of different things like the Java Blue specialty coffee stand. They have some snacks as well, so that's always an option for you there. And then if you have photos on board, you have a lot of photos with family, this is where you buy those. The Liquid Lounge's bottom level is also on this deck. So now we're going to head up a deck and check out the other side of the atrium and, some more shops as well as the ship's arcade. This deck features guest services as well as the atrium bar. This is where you enter the ship from Long Beach, so this is going to be your first view inside the ship. You also have the shore excursions desk. They can help you book some tours on land. I recommend booking some before the cruise as they are discounted compared to on board. And so that's about it for the public areas of the ship. But I did want to show you my inside cabin, 1427. This is on deck 1, so basically underwater. But it's reasonable size for me. I was just traveling single on this one, but has a nice safe over there, as well as some storage for your luggage and life vests. And then room for your hanging clothes. A shorter closet for some hanging items, as well as your mini fridge, some waters that were not included, a nice little desk area to work if you need to, or place all the papers that you get during your cruise, decent sized flat screen, and then I had my setup as a king bed, but those can be split into twins, and plenty of room for my luggage over there, nice little thermostat to control the temperature, and then the bathroom, which pretty decent size, one sink, and then the shower was just a curtain, but felt like the water temperature and pressure was perfect, so fit my needs for sure. So thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so.